Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar, PLN for language teachers. Hello, Evelyn, everyone. My name is Elvina Castillo, and I will be moderating this session today. We're having Professor Julio Palma from Luz. It's now 10 a.m. in Venezuela. Good, audio is perfect. Hello. On behalf of the TESOL and the Venezuela Teachers of English to Speakers of Other Languages and AVEALMEC, we want to welcome you today to today's webinar, PLN for Language Teachers. And we're having a co-moderator, Professor Evelyn Izquierdo. Okay, I'm going to switch off my camera now. Yes, Evelyn will be co-moderating today's session. Let's see. And where are you from? I'm currently based in Falcón, in Punto Fijo, Venezuela. Where are you now? Caracas. Andrés. Hello, Andrés. Mirianis Maturín. Julio en Cabimas. Evelyn in Caracas. Nair. Hello, Nair. Caracas. Ken in Thailand. What time is it in Thailand, Ken? Catherine in New Mexico. Can you please share the time in where you're based now? José Zapata in Barcelona. Anzuategui. Welcome, everyone. Okay, so today I'm going to be, as I said, I'm going to be moderating this webinar, and Evelyn will be moderating the chat. Evelyn Izquierdo. Evelyn Izquierdo is from TESOL, and we both are founding members of AVEALMEC. 7:30 in Santa Fe. Welcome, Catherine. A very good morning to you. Okay, before starting today's webinar, we'll have some words from our president, Evelyn Ojeda. Evelyn, I'm going to give you audio and video, okay?
Okay, hello everyone. Can you hear me? Let me see. I'm supposed to, yeah. Okay, well, good morning everyone. Is it too noisy, too loud? Let me try to lower it a bit. Can you listen to me? Can you hear me? Oh my gosh. Too loud. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fix it. Okay, is that better? Okay. I'm so sorry. I just checked and it was perfect 2 minutes ago.
You can speak the settings, Evelyn, and then lower it.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I think that. Okay, is it better now?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Okay, better now. Okay, well, actually, I'm just going to. Good. So I'm just going to say thanks to AVEALMEC for joining services for the TESOL, and of course, the moderators of today's webinar, Castillo from Taiwan, and Estrado, of course, from the TESOL, our editor from Practice. And I want to really thank Julio Palma, who's a really active member of the TESOL. From Cadenas, Australia. So for us, it's a pleasure to have this window, not clear, I'm just sorry. Okay, let me see. Is it better now? But, I'm sorry. So, okay, let me see. Let me touch my speakers. Okay. Okay, let me see. Let me try to do it. Is that better? Is that better?
I have no audio now. Evelyn, maybe it's better if you can write as much as we'd like to listen to you, but the audio is not good. So maybe you can write your welcoming words so we can proceed with the webinar. Okay, perhaps we can have Evelyn's word at the end of the webinar. Yeah. Yeah, we're very sorry. We have this problem with audio. Yeah, we can have. Okay, welcome to a webinar, and let's show the world that we're great teachers in Venezuela. Yeah, thank you, Evelyn. Sorry about the problem with the audio. Okay, we're going to have, I'm going to give controls to So I'm going to give controls to Evelyn Izquierdo. Okay, she's going to be co-moderating today. Sorry. Just in case something goes wrong, Evelyn will step up.
Hello, everyone.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Just type yes or no. Wonderful. Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon or good evening, wherever you are. Welcome to our second webinar. I'm going to support Elvina with the moderation today, and we really appreciate your attendance. So if you can retweet or share in Facebook, well, we will have a great crowd today, okay? Thank you very much, Elvina. The floor is yours.
Okay. Okay, now we're going to have Julio Palma. Julio, we're really thankful for accepting our invitation to run this webinar today. And I'm going to give you controls, audio and video, okay?
Hello, good morning. Thank you for having me here today, and I really appreciate having this opportunity to share some ideas with you all.
Perfect. Okay, before proceeding to the webinar, we're having, as I said, we're having Professor Julio Palma. Professor Julio Palma works as an ESP teacher at the Universidad de Zulia in Caribas, Zulia. He used to work for the Binational Center of Zulia, where he taught English to different age groups and levels. He currently has a workload of 4 courses ranging from engineering, special education, and business English each semester. Professor Palma is an experienced academic researcher at his university, where he has co-authored several peer-reviewed research articles on linguistics. His research interests include discourse analysis, cognitive linguistics, and since 2011, the incorporation of web tools in the classroom to teach English in a blended learning environment of flipped classroom. He has completed 2 online courses on integrating the internet and building teaching skills through the web, both sponsored by the Activate e-Teacher program of the American Embassy in Caracas. He has also participated in many online courses and webinars from various institutions, including Shaping the Way We Teach English in numerous MOOCs on Coursera, Canvas, etc., most of which have been related to online teaching. As a result, in 2012, Professor Palma created his own classroom webpage where his students find resources and activities, as well as a forum for sharing thoughts on the assignments. More recently, his research interests has embraced helping hearing-impaired students to learn English in higher education. He has been a presenter in national conventions such as TESOL and DEAL and local universities, where he has talked about his recent research trend on teaching and learning technologies. Last year, because of his outstanding achievement in online courses, he was invited by the American Embassy to participate in a workshop on web tools in Lima and Cusco, Peru. This training was conducted by American Professor Michael Prof, a world-renowned leader in learning technology. As a web head, Professor Palma is aware of the importance of building professional networks that result in powerful professional growth and wide range of perspectives on teaching and learning approaches and resources. So Professor Julio Palma is here with us today, and he's going to talk about personal learning networks. So Professor Palma, the floor is yours. Remember that this webinar is going to run for 60 minutes. Okay, Professor Palma will talk for about between 30 and 40 minutes to carry his presentation. The chat will be disabled while Professor Palma is speaking, and remember, if you have questions, there will be a round of questions and answers of 10 minutes after the presentation. Professor Palma, the floor is yours. Professor Palma. Can you hear me?
Okay. Oh, all right. I had the microphone off. I'm sorry. Thank you for inviting me to this webinar today. I really would like to welcome you all, and I hope we can all share some information and learn together. My name is Julio Palma. I teach at the University of Zulia. I teach English as a foreign language. And today's topic is personal learning network for language teachers, which I think is a very important trend in the world today. Elvina, I need some control for my slides. Please, can you open the pencil so I can move the slides? Okay, thank you. Okay. Okay. Let's go down to business. I'm going to kick it off by running a little overview of today's presentation. We're going to do a brief introduction. Then what is a PLN? Essentials of a PLN, the dynamics of a PLN, why do teachers need a PLN, and 5 steps for a successful PLN. PLN management tools, questions and answers at the end. So what is a PLN? A PLN is a personal learning network, refers to the online tools, global community, and web resources available to teachers within a social virtual environment in order to pursue interest in the field of language education, so as to boost their autonomous professional development. Okay, what I mean by that is that a professional network refers to the association of teachers, language teachers, through the means of media, social media, in order to share ideas about how to teach, how to share the new tools, new trends in language education. And how can we do that? Okay, we need the essentials of a PLN. We need hardware, such as computers, tablets, and cell phones or smartphones. The second thing that we're going to need is social media. We have lots of social medias to choose from. In these slides, you can see lots of different social media that you can use to communicate with other teachers in the world. The idea is to go beyond your local boundaries, okay, and try to reach other teachers and share ideas with them through social media. And the third element that is really important is digital artifacts. By digital artifacts, we're talking about microblogging content, comments, discussions, blog posts, wiki entries, photos, graphics, and other images files, podcast or audio files, multimedia presentations. Now, what is the dynamic of a PLN? How does it work? Okay, first we need to curate information. That means that the teacher needs to find information that is relevant, that information about new topics, ways we can improve our teaching, the way some students are learning around the world, so we can have ideas on how to improve our teaching and our methods. The second thing is that we need to create and share information that we have created. For example, the first thing is that you curate. These words means like to gather information and organized information in a meaningful way but that is not enough. It's important that you can create and you can recycle the information that you download or that you find on the internet, and then you share with other people. And by sharing, the other people can share with you as well, and then the cycle closes. So this is the dynamic of the PLN. Okay, the first thing you create and you share. What is the meaning of curation? Okay, according to some definitions, content curation is the process of sorting through vast amount of content on the web and presenting it in a meaningful and organized way around a specific theme. Okay, in this case, our thing is about professional growth, or it could also be any other topic or thing that you are interested. But in the case that we are talking about today is how to find specific information about how to teach better, how to become a better professional, and find all type of resources for teaching and for learning. Digital curation also refers to the selection, preservation, and maintenance, collection, and archiving of digital assets. Now, when you share with other people, you can create a global learning community. Okay, so in this graphic, you can see that your connections can grow over a global network with other teachers. So, for example, you can be here in the middle, and you have connections with many other teachers in the world. Now the idea is, how are you going to do that? Okay, you do that through social media. Why do teachers need a PLN? Okay, here is a word cloud with some specific words that give you an idea why is important for teacher. What is it important for teachers to be connected? Okay, so the words that you can see: collaboration, professional, connections, advice, creativity, dedication, support, and all these valid support that you can have from teachers and colleagues around the world. Now, why do teachers need a PLN? What do you think that we need to get together and get connected with other teachers? Okay, you can connect with peers and specialists far beyond your local boundaries. You get feedback, advice, and support from experts in your field. You keep informed and up to date of the trends in your career. It allows collaboration, global participation in a connected world. Your knowledge base grows far more diverse and deep. As you get to know new people, you're able to create professional partnerships. It is a key element in your autonomous professional development. It increases your reputation as a reliable resource among your colleagues. And it builds and expands your online presence, which is very important. Okay, so all of these are the reasons why teachers nowadays need PLN. As a matter of fact, I wanted to share with you that with my PLN, I have been able to get connected with many teachers around the world, and I have created professional partnerships. And this includes professional results. Like, for example, I have written a research paper on how to teach English to deaf students, and that was based on a link that I posted on one of these social medias that I will talk about later. And of course, the best of all of these is that PLN are free. It's free, no charge for it. You only need a computer, a tablet, or any other electronic device that allows you to get connected through internet. Now, I want to talk about 5 steps for a successful PLN. The first is establish a permanent online identity and space, which includes your bio and professional interests. Okay, that means the first is that you have to establish your own presence online. That could be through Twitter or any other social media of your preference, like Facebook or any other that you like. Recommended applications. Okay, Twitter is a very good application for building professional networks because you can follow people and you can be followed as well. And the other main idea is to create your own space. Like, for example, you can create a blog, and through a blog you can have different social medias connected, okay, to your blog, and through this you can have other connections with other teachers. So your hub will, your blog will be like a hub, a space that you use to have other social medias to share ideas with other teachers. The Twitter is very important because you can connect with many teachers, and you can have this special tool that is called the hashtag. And with hashtag, you can write a topic, you can write questions, you can answer questions, you can follow topics. This is pretty neat when it comes to share ideas through the world. Another tool that Twitter has is that you can connect with other people by means of robots. They tell you, well, if you have these interests, maybe you can meet people that have the same interests like you. So the computer kind of tells you who may be interested in your profile, or the people that you might be interested in. Okay, for example, in this screen you can see that the computer is telling me that Clark Quinn might have the same interest as I do. And for example, and you can also be followed by very prestigious people in the world of ESL. Like, for example, there are some people here, like, for example, Mark Prensky, which is very a world-known professional, can be follow you. Google Plus and Google Circles is another tool that is extremely helpful when it comes to organize your friends and the people that you are interested in following, and you can kind of organize them according to the interests of your topics. I would like to recommend this tool, this social media, which is called LinkedIn. This is a very good tool because you can have conversations, you can meet other people, and as I told you before, based on this question that I made on LinkedIn, I got to meet a professional student, a graduate student from the university, from one of the American universities, Goddard University in the U.S., and we partnered in professional research group, and we wrote a paper on how to teach English to deaf students here in Venezuela. So this is one of the results that you can accomplish when you get together with other people. I mean, your possibilities can grow far beyond your expectations. Now, what are the steps for a successful PLN? Okay. The second thing that you need to do is follow the people in your area of interests. Like, for example, you need to follow international big leaguers in the field of ESL, specialists in your country, experts in your continent, find book authors online, bloggers, critics, fans, peers, research scholars, institutions, associations, tech wizards, publications, and resources. What it all means is that the quality of your PLN depends on the quality of your relationships, okay? So if you want a PLN that give you lots of resources or people that you can depend on advice or any relationship that can help you grow on your professional field, it would all depends on the kind of relationship that you create. Okay, the kind of network that you create for your own PLN. Now, I want just to go through some of these main topics. For example, when we talk about the big leaguers, I want to recommend this especially Professor Michael Krause. You can find it on the web, and he's a very expert on online education. Professor Krause was my professor when I did a course online through Rilo Andes and the American Embassy, and he was the one that took me to the world of integrating internet into the classroom. So I really appreciate his teaching, and I want to recommend him. Another expert that I follow is Professor Stanley, which is a very special person in the EFL world. Jeremy Hammer, of course, is another expert that I recommend to follow. You can see all the information that he has on his blog. Larry Ferlazos, that's another professional American teacher who has lots of information to share. Nick Spicci is from England, and he has lots of information that you can get through the internet, and you can take a lot of advantage of all the tools that he has to share. Matt Kabak is another person that is probably one of the most prolific geeks in the online professional career and distance education. He shares lots of resources, and it is pretty cool to follow him. And of course, Free Technology for Teachers, okay, by Richard Byrne, which is very, very, very well-prepared teacher in the ESL and online teaching education. And of course, Russel Stannard with training videos. He explains with his videos everything that you need to know about the new online tools that are on the web. You can see his videos. They're free to watch and download, and you can learn lots from his videos. Steve Hagenton is from the US, and he has lots of information and webinars that you can participate in on a weekly basis. And experts in your country, I would like to recommend Miguel Mendoza. He's a teacher at the Universidad Central de Venezuela, and he is also an expert here in our country and is a person worth following, as well as Evelyn Izquierdo, who has a very nice website with lots of resources that we can use. In South America, we can also follow Carla Arena from Brazil, and she is a very nice teacher, and she has a very nice web page with lots of resources and lots of materials for us to use. Teacher Rogers, another American teacher, and Sandra Rogers has a very nice website that you can follow. Now, when we talk about institutions and organizations and associations, I need to recommend, first of all, because I'm from Venezuela, TESOL. Okay, the TESOL webpage is full of teaching resources, material, information about events in our country, events around the world, groups to follow. I really recommend you to be part of this team and to register in the website that they have on web. Many of you, if you live here in Venezuela, if you're a teacher in Venezuela, I really recommend you to be part of the TESOL webpage. Another institution that are very important for language teachers is to be aware of the International Association of Teachers of English as a Foreign Language. Okay, they also have lots of material that you can look up and you can use. Of course, Rilo Andes is a very important institution here in South America. They help many teachers with their professional growth. They have done it for me. I have been a grantee of a scholarship to study at the University of Oregon, and everything started by just following their webpage and getting to meet them and sharing with them, and it was awesome. I got to go to Cusco in Peru for a professional training with Professor Krause, and everything was sponsored by the American Embassy, and that was an awesome experience. Of course, TESOL International is another organization that you need to take in consideration when you are creating your PLN. It's an important node in your network. The British Council, of course, as another major big leaguer in the field of ESL. Here in Venezuela, they have their own web page, but you can also log on to their own international web page, where they have also lots of resources and material that you can use as a teacher. Another thing that I would like to recommend is the EVO, which is Electronic Village Online. They usually start online courses every January, so they're calling for registration for the 2014 courses that they're going to start next January. And here you can learn about many topics, many ideas from different teachers around the world. So I really recommend this EVO. It's for everyone interested in the ESL around the world. You can also do your own research groups. For example, academia.edu is a web page that you can follow. You can create your own profile, and you can start following people that have your interests, or you can post topics of your interest, and it's like a mini blog, but it's for professional purposes. Godemos is another web page on research for professionals, okay, that are interested in any topic. My interest is linguistics, for example, so I follow people and topics about linguistics and language teaching. You can also use in your PLN bookmarking groups. Like, for example, you can use Digo or Delicious. They are the two major bookmarking tools on the web. And if you use this is like type of kind of keeping record of every web page that you visit. And you can keep the records on your own computer, and you can use any computer in the world by just logging on your account, and you have your bookmarks, okay, with you all the time. So I really recommend is Digo and Delicious, because through this social media you can also create groups of people that have the same interests. The other steps that you have to do as a teacher that is using PLN is to subscribe to blogs, newsletters, feed, and media widgets. Like, for example, try to see this part of blogs where you can just click and join other people in their blogs, and you follow them. Try to see these widgets on any web page that you see, and you can be following, you know, people and different resources. Okay, subscribe to newsletters. They're usually free of charge. They and they will really nourish you. Okay, notice your online presence with your digital artifacts. That's the other important thing that you need to consider. It's not only to follow people and to just curate, but it's also important that you can post blogs, tweaks, blog comments, forum participation, you do your own videos, you kind of recycle what you have learned and share with others, as we have discussed at the beginning of this. Okay, you can also follow publications for teachers. Like, for example, Faculty Focus is a very important publication because it has many ideas about how to teach, how to better implement resources for online teachings. I really recommend this magazine online. Okay, you can also share your artifacts by tools like SlideShare, where you can have your presentations. Like, for example, this presentation that we are running in this webinar, I'm going to post it in SlideShare so you can download it for free. Another content curation that is really important is Scoopit, which is a web tool that allows you to share with other people all the information that you have found on the web. Paperly is like a sort of a newspaper that you can create, and all of these results in this tremendous network that you can use. Now, what these 20% and it's 80% means is that according to the statistics, the 20% means that 20% of the people in the web are the ones that are creating, that are recycling, that are actually producing content, while the 80% of the people in the network are just people that are curating and following. Okay, but I really recommend you to be within this 20%. Okay, people that are really creating content to share with other teachers. Okay, guide your own professional development with online training. There are many web pages where you can do webinars. Webinars are like the ones that we're doing now, so you can learn more You can participate in MOOCs. MOOCs are massive online open courses that you can follow. There are many web pages. You can Google that on the web. Canvas as another tool that you can use to follow courses. YouTube, you can follow like specific authors that you can follow, and you can even have communication with them. Like, for example, as I have followed Stacy Hagen, which is a very famous American teacher, teaches grammar and pronunciation. Now, where are you in the web? Where are you in the network? You are here. And all of this represents institutions, people, organizations, book resources, webinars. Okay. Now, this is probably based on the theory that is the theory of the 6 degrees of separation. Okay, there is probably a theory behind all of this information. It says that you are only 6 people away from each other through the connection of acquaintances. If you know somebody who knows somebody, maybe you get connected with that person through an acquaintance. This is the theory behind PLN. I really recommend you to Google 6 degrees of separation so you can have a better idea. Okay, right now it's out of the scope of this presentation, but this is the theory that lies behind PLN. Now, if you feel kind of overwhelmed with all this information, okay, how to overcome this overload? Okay, there are some web tools that allow you to control all this information. Like, for example, Symbaloo, you can have like a dashboard with all the social media that you are using, and you have a better control of what you are following and what are you doing. Another web tool that you can use is NetVibes. NetVibes allows you to have a dashboard of the information. Okay, to sum up, I think a PLN is a very important tool for you for your professional growth. I think PLN is definitely a game changer when it comes to professional development. You know, because of the cost of getting training, professional training and everything, this is free, and this will change your career, and you will earn and you will learn a lot for free. Thank you for watching, and thank you for participating. If you have any questions, you can do it now in the link that I just left. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Professor Palma. Thank you. Very interesting. We're about to start this question and answer part of the session. And as Evelyn is saying, if you want to ask a question, you can ask for your turn by writing at plus your name. Okay, and this has, okay, first turn. Okay, Evelyn is going to give you the turns. Okay, she's going to take note of turns. You can prepare your questions, and you can then copy paste them in the chat box. If you have your question on this, you can paste it in the chat box or type it.
Okay.
Professor Palma, we have one question there. And it says, once someone has set up their PLN, what management criteria would you recommend? Frequency, timing for creation, sharing, prioritization of
Yes,
sources
as
and
I just mentioned,
measurement.
at the end of the presentation, there are some web tools that you can use sort of to overcome the overwhelming of the information that you are following. And it all depends on your own interests, okay, on who are you going to follow, and it will depend on the professional people that you are going to follow, and the timing that you set. I know this is this can become like very annoying when you don't have time to sit down, but these tools allow you to keep record of everything that is going on, and you can then, when you have a specific time to sit down, and you can comfortably control and watch and see what other people have been doing while you were away from the computer. You don't need to be on the computer 24 hours a day. It's very important to control your timing. That's a very important issue. Okay, the other question that I can see here is, okay. All right. Another question?
If Catherine, do you have your question? Okay, Catherine, can you recommend a blog tool?
There are many blog tools
Catherine's
available
question.
online. If you have, if you want something that is really easy, I recommend you WordPress. WordPress will give you the templates that you can use to create your own blog. I also recommend, of course, Google Blogspot. And another one that I sincerely recommend is Weebly. It's I'm going to type it down, weebly.com. With this tool, you can also have free of charge tool to create your own blog, and it has templates that you can use, ready to use. Okay. Okay, Jose Zapata. What blog services or any online network can you recommend for teachers who have very basic knowledge of PLN? Okay, Jose, thank you for coming. Jose, the same answer. Any blog tool that you can use that are freely available on the web, for example, WordPress or Blogspot, and the one that I just mentioned, Weebly, they are very nice and they're friendly, user-friendly. Okay, any other question? Okay.
Yeah, Jen is typing her question. It will be there anytime.
Yes. Thank you for sharing that link. elo.org is a very, very important tool when it comes to teaching listening and speaking skills. I have seen that. That's one of the links that we used when we were doing a course online through the University of Oregon. Yes, that's a very important tool for teaching listening and speaking skills. Thank you for the link.
Okay, maybe it's Jose's turn. And then Evelyn. And then we close there. Those two questions, and then we have to wrap up.
Have you ever created tutorial videos? Yes, I have. As a matter of fact, I have my own YouTube channel where you can see some of the tutorials video that I use for my students in an online distance education. I use them for my graduate students, actually. Okay, so thank you very much for participating, and I hope to see you in another webinar in the future as a presenter or as a participant. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, Evelyn has a final question, Julio. Evelyn, can you paste your question? Oh, microphone.
Okay.
Okay.
Julio, thank you very much for your presentation. It's really important to know what PLN is, and I really recommend you to follow his recommendations too. So thank you for including me there. It's an honor to be there. Have to follow great people, but not also the great ones or the gurus. We can also follow our own colleagues and share information with them. It is really important to keep the good relationship with them, because sometimes they are doing some research in an area that is of our interest. And sometimes they are sharing information that can be helpful for us. Another recommendation is to visit all those sites, but not only for reading, but for leaving comments on what other people do, and giving them some messages about their work, our ideas or opinions about what we think they can do or we can do together. So it's a very good idea to leave comments, share their spaces too with other colleagues, and that's the way we can make the connections with people. It's not only following them, it's just sharing and exchanging with them. That is what I wanted to add. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If this is a time to add some information, or you're going to give me some minutes at the end.
Yeah, Evelyn, I wanted to wrap up a bit of a summary of what Julio talked about. He talked about the importance of personal learning networks as a new world trend in professional development for language teachers. And he highlighted some of the benefits and of making such connections. And also he gave us some tips on how to start our own PLNs, and at the end he shared some useful sites to get us started. So it was a really interesting topic. Remember that Julio's presentation can be downloaded here. There is the URL. I want to thank Julio for giving us the honor of having him today, talking about giving this webinar. And also I'd like to say thank you to my star co-moderator, Evelyn Izquierdo. Thank you all for coming today, for attending this webinar. We want to invite you to attend next webinar in December. And
yes.
Evelyn, if you want to say goodbye, or
okay.
Julio?
Thank you for coming to this webinar, and I hope to see you in another opportunity next time. Thank you for sharing with me.
Thank you. Evelyn? Okay, I think Evelyn doesn't have any more audio. Well, thank you. Thank you for coming, and see you in our next webinar. Bye. Thank you very much for attending our webinar.